Welcome to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation as we wrap up Week 3 in the Arena Lacrosse League with a Sunday doubleheader. Game 1 has the Ohsweken Bears entertaining the Brampton Express. Hello, lacrosse fans. Lance Wynn. I'll be your tour guide today, so let's take a look at today's starting goalies for the visitors. From Brampton, it'll be Cameron Dunkerley making his first start of the season. And for Ohsweken, Austin Patty comes in with an 0-1 record, a 6.72 goals against, and a 90% save percentage. Head coaches for the Express in his first season is Jeff Dowling. He's joined by assistants Todd Wilfong, Dylan Evans, and Kevin Haynes. For the Bears, a familiar face behind the bench, Ron Mouser Henry at the helm for his 6th season. His assistants are Clancy Almas and Chuck Brown. Officials for today's game, Joel Furman is the crew chief. He's joined by Simon D'Souza and Sebastian Bordeaux. So we're all set to go here. Brampton coming in unbeaten with a 2-0 record. They're coming off a big win over Paris on Friday night. Ohsweken still searching for their first win. They're 0-1, having dropped their first game to Whitby 11-9. And as we are underway here off the draw, first possession's going to go to the Bears, and right off the bat, a good quick save made by Cameron Dunkerley, and back the other way come the Express. They'll bring it over the timeline. Penn Astrat, he'll hold it on half boards on the right side. He'll wait for the rest of the offense. They'll swing it around to the left, look for an opening. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Ryan Campbell has been outstanding so far with 8 goals and 8 assists in the team's first 2 games. Ohsweken now will go to work here on the offensive end. Keep an eye out, of course, for Chris Atwood on that right side to flip out Atwood. Flip to no one, though. Ball loose. Picked up, 10 on the shot clock. Bears going to have to hurry. Good defense, though, by Brampton. Bears looking a little shaky. It's picked up and moved up by Jordan Aki and Sal Fish. Just underway here at the ILA. Want to say thank you to Rick Imus for his outstanding rendition of the Iroquois National Anthem and O Canada. Express looking for something here. Shot clock winding down. Tried to dump it inside the post. The Bears now will counter the other way in transition. Grabbing that but thinking better of it is Hannah Brandt. And Danton Miller had the ball. A screen called. Play it as you lie. Here come the Express. They'll pull it back out, set things up. So Astrat, the starting things there, and now they're going to work it around to that left side. That shot from way out, easy save there for Patty. And now the other way, here come the Express, and it's Isaac van der Zalm. Van der Zalm, an outstanding transition player. He will peel off to the bench. Atwood will slide on over, wearing 7 as opposed to his usual 77. But you certainly get the message. Quick pass across. Right side, bounce shot. Good save made there. And picked up, shoveled down with the shot clock winding down. Good heads-up play by the Bears. Possession now to the Express. Good job to work it over the timeline. The question will be the time lapse. Of course, Ohsweken hasn't played for a couple of weeks now, where the Express are coming off a win on Friday. So we'll see if Ohsweken is well rested, but no dust. And the Express have looked good in their first 2 games here as an expansion squad in the Arena Lacrosse League. Bears now will move it up over the timeline, and they'll go to work this time around. Heads up top of the shop, Lucas Beaver, another outstanding player here. Another guy, tricky, good hand skills, rebound picked up, and question is it's right underneath the butt of Dunkerley. So a good save there on a point-blank attempt. So Dunkerley at the moment up to the task, as has been Austin Patty. Estrad trying to get a step, flip back out. Keep an eye on Zach Sutherland out there, 22. He's had himself a good start. Bears now in transition, moving up. And another easy save there after a chance from Kane Kettle. And now the Express will tiptoe over the timeline, set things up. Gauge board, and talk about opening the scoring. Missing an assignment there, but Ryan Campbell, the most dangerous Express player out there, notches his first of the game and number 9 on the season. 1-0 for the Express. Just a good feed inside and a better cut from Ryan Campbell. The veteran sometimes knows when he's got a defender on his hip and able to take a pass, and you give Ryan Campbell that kind of proximity for a shot, he's going to bury it at least 9 out of 10 times, if not 10. Off the draw, Express get possession, teetering on that timeline. Good defense there. And that was Lucas Beaver with the hands. And Ohsweken now will have to hustle to get over the timeline. They roll it. Beaver has a big man on him, get taken to the boards. He'll try to protect it, swim his way out, loses his helmet, and gets taken down. And that was Michael Puggetti. Shot wide of the mark, rebound picked up. And no reset on the clock. Gonna have to hurry with 5. Tried to work it in tight. Bit of a shirt grab, crease dive, no call there, reset. And it's Beaver now that will reset the offense for the Bears. Working that half boards on the left side. Looking for an opening. That was stopped by a defender. So a good job there by Duncan Cart. And I apologize, Duncan. I was calling you Carte, but you are officially now Duncan Cart. So my apologies to you. Going forward will be A-OK. Jordan Medeiros out there. Half boards now, it's Estrad. Again looking for an opening. They'll swing it around, work that left side. Sam Draminsky. Gonna have to let that one go. Rebound picked up and over. So a beauty heads up play. And the Express now have taken a 2-0 lead. So all about doing a good job pouncing on that offensive rebound. Remember that ball loose out in front, and a good job just to reach out and over. Off the draw. This time the Bears win it, and a good job by Alex Henry. And he gets it off Van der Zalm. Van der Zalm can't hang on to it. And instead he'll move it up over the timeline. Michael Joffroy gets credit for the second goal for the Express. That's his 4th of the season. And now the going back to work. Brampton tried the skip pass, nothing doing there. It's picked off and moved up now, and it's Atwood. Atwood with one man to beat, jumping into that rush. Atwood's going to take that shot wide of the mark. Rebound. Going to go behind the net. Good job back there to track it down by Thomas McDonald. And instead it goes right to Cameron Dunkerley. Dunkerley will get it back up, and it's Cart. He'll retreat. Offense taking a step toward Chullen. His shot stopped, and back the other way come the Bears. Heron Snow. Snow, wrong stick side, looking for a cutter. That one goes off a defender's helmet. So that quick shot by Kane Kettle will keep the possession right here with the Bears. Left side looking for a cutter on those half boards. Nothing doing. Good job to swing it around to the right. That underhand well wide of the mark. Digging and fishing is Ryan Johnson. And instead it's scooped up by the Express, and they'll trot it over the timeline. Sunderland out there on that right side. Going to be a delayed penalty called as Ryan Campbell was taken down. So first penalty of this game is going to go to the Ohsweken Bears. First power play opportunity is going to go to the Express. And as we've learned throughout this weekend, that discipline is a big factor. Important to stay out of the penalty box. These teams and their power plays are just too potent. So we hope that Ryan Campbell will be okay. He's up on his own power. And he'll make his way to the bench. And now we'll get our first look at the Express power play, though minus Ryan Campbell. So Sutherland will slide and quarterback this set of the power play at the top. That shot off the post. So a good overhand from Geoffroy. Rebound, though, is played to Karam, and it's Van der Zalm. Gets it ahead. Trying to take the give and go. Wasn't able to connect on the pass. Good work down there on the forecheck by Snow. And the Express now will bring it up with 1.5 minutes to go in the man advantage. Estrad out there, as is Michael Chullen on that right side. Sutherland at the top. And Sutherland right off the Bears logo, and a quick stick and move by Patty. Does a good job to get it up to Kettle. Kettle looking, diving. Good save there. And the Express now with 1 minute to go in the man advantage will continue to work. Ryan Campbell back out there. He's going to slide over to that left side. Probably start at the crease and interchange to the shooter spot. They're going to work that around. Sutherland's going to go. They're looking for Campbell. Two guys miss it. Goes right back to the Express. Ryan Campbell, quick stick. Good job in closing that short side off by Austin Patty. And that's going to take us to our first officials timeout. We'll take a short break. You're watching the Arena Lacrosse League. Back in a moment. But I'd have left it. Welcome back as we are resuming after our officials timeout. Bears doing a good job getting it over. 30 seconds to kill. Beaver roughed up there, but holding his own. And once again, Lucas Beaver going to try to slip out of that, and a hook, no call. Triple teams drawing the penalty, and Lucas Beaver with no helmet you can't go any further with no helmet. But give Lucas Beaver some credit. 3 guys on him. If it wasn't on the carpet, they probably would have called the police for that, because it would have been an assault charge. So a good job by Beaver, almost single-handedly killing that entire shot clock and drawing a penalty in the process. And the guilty party will be Duncan Cart. Looks like there may be a couple going in there. And we'll see what the So it looks like an illegal cross check, and I imagine it looks like Beaver went for playing with the helmet off, and you can see, so 5-on-4 still for 7 seconds. And the Express are going to try to capitalize. First penalty over. teams are going to go 5 aside now in transition. Bears have a chance. It's Alex Henry. Henry going to lug it up in alone. Henry tried to go short side and it trickled in, but Henry was in the crease when it went over the goal line, so no goal, and back the other way is Jonah Bean. Express wasting no time, leading this one by 2. Chellin trying to get open. Diving to the net, and you can count that. And that was picture perfect. So if anyone says that Ryan Campbell guy is too old to play, you're sadly mistaken. 10th goal of the season. Hasn't even played a full 3 games yet. As Ryan Campbell, outstanding, gives his team a 3-0 lead. Could just see one-on-one, just gets a step, no help, so poor rotation. And a good dive from Ryan Campbell, who I know his pops is listening and watching. And he should be pretty proud, I'm sure, because he is new and improved and better. Back to work go the Bears now, trying to get on the board here, trying to kick this lull, bit of a drought, swinging on over to that right side, bounce shot, finish. So a good quick shot, and sometimes it's not about the velocity but about the accuracy, and that was certainly the case here as Kyle Pedwell with his first of the season. More importantly, first goal in a while for the Ohsweken Bears. Comes with 4:37 to go in the first quarter. But a good overhand bounce shot, far corner, was the recipe for success there. So Ohsweken back in it off the draw, looking to scoop that up, and doing a good job doing that is Kettle. And Ohsweken now will go to work on offense. Atwood, half boards right side, seen that before, looking for his shot, ducks in, trying to find his way to the net, goes to the bounce, and again tried to tuck it, but a good job to close that off by Dunkerley. And now Brampton will counter the other way. Sutherland going to go back to his right side, working the interchange, give and go. Good stick check at the last second by Drayton Martin. And Ohsweken with a good defensive hold, but a poor outlet, but a very good bounce. So the other way, ducking in. Snow will get it over. Danton Miller filling in on that right side. Atwood comes in, left side. Atwood comes in on the right, looking for the flip back. Gets another bounce shot. So making a habit of that is Kyle Pedwell. Scores his second in as many shots, exact same shot. Good solid bounce shot in the far corner. And we've got a 3-2 game. So a good job by Atwood to get it back to the hot shooter, and Pedwell actually picked the far right corner in his first goal, and that one was left side bounce for goal number 2. Off the draw, Express get possession. And they'll work it on the right side. This time Michael Chellin will be the quarterback, goes behind the net, sniffing in the dive attempt, and crease the call. As Ryan Campbell tried to go airborne one more time. This time ran out of real estate. Bears now back at it on the left side. Jake Bombury looking for an opening, underhand well wide of the mark. Stays in play but can't stay on the other side of the line. And you know, you knew you're not allowed to touch that ball. And this isn't the first time Kyle Pedwell has been on the carpet. So a bit of a mental mistake there will give the Express their second power play opportunity. They're 0 for 1. And they're looking to put a halt to the back-to-back goals the Bears have scored to get back in this game. Sutherland out there. So Campbell back at the top. where he's most comfortable. Sutherland also more comfortable. He saw that Patty was down and tried to go top corner, wide of the mark, out of the back door. Atwood on the money. Atwood just missed that short side with an underhand bullet. And the Bears, and the Express looking to counter the other way. They've got numbers, 3-on-2. Bounce shot, 5-hole. Beauty finish in transition by Thomas McDonald. And McDonald, like Pedwell, going to the bounce shot to find the back of the net. And you can see Austin Patty, he wanted that one, but good transition, good job of head manning that ball. The rule is the ball will always move faster than the feet, but I think Patty may have been expecting that pass to the left crease, didn't get it, instead bounce shot, 5-hole. 4-2, first power play marker of the game for the Express, who came in with a power play efficiency of 51%. So they'll add to that and looking to add some more. Sutherland, give it off, curling around on the run. So a good shot by Estrat. But Patty kicked that one aside out of play, and it'll be a fresh 30 here for Brampton. They'll swing it around to the left side as we are just under the 2-minute warning here. Quarter number 1. Estrat, good dump off. Patty covered that far side. Ball loose, battle for it in the corner. Bodies flying, and the Bears come up with it. Snow, he'll flip and retreat. Atwood working wrong stick side. Expect him to flip, get where he's supposed to be. Leaning in, and a beauty finish right there. That was just muscle and determination, and a good first step. So feeling the flow today is Kyle Pedwell with his 3rd goal of the game. And you can just see Pedwell got that first step, got a half step on a defender, and used that to shield and get off a good shot. So if you said that Kyle Pedwell would have 3 goals here in the quarter, all 3 for the Bears, I probably would have said that's probably not a possibility. Good for proving me wrong, Kyle. Express now. They're going to set things up on the offense, wait for the unit to come back out. Chellin looking for an opening, gets a screen, trying to dump off, nothing doing. Kicks it over left side. They'll reset over there, screen. Dangerous skip pass. Sutherland, he's going to take that. Patty right there where he should. Looking for the outlet and a bullet. And once again, just a little too far for Atwood. Good reach out by Dunkerley. And he'll get it up as we're under a minute to go here, quarter number 1. Ill-advised pass, but a good recovery by Chellin. And he'll wait, plenty of time on the shot clock. And they'll look for a better shot. Trying to filter that in, and I don't know if that was a better shot. Maybe the selection, accuracy for sure not, as it'll roll the length of the carpet deep into the offensive end for the Bears. And Henry's going to scoop that up. He'll send it around. Danton Miller. He's going to get some room in there. Danton Miller looking to get that shot off. Kicks it out to Atwood. Atwood looking for a screen on the roll. Dump off Miller. Good try there by Henry. Tried to go for the backhand. Nothing doing. Wide of the mark. Express now are going to rush it up. Try to get a last shot in before the end of the quarter. Good defense just to slow up by Lucas Beaver. And Express going to have to hurry with 5. And it's Campbell with a BB, but right where he should be was Austin Patty. We played 20 minutes. 15 if you're counting. We'll be back with quarter number 2 after this. Welcome back to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation, as we're putting a wrap on week 3 of the Arena Lacrosse League with the first of 2 from the ILA. Following this game, it'll be the Paris River Wolves taking on the defending champion Six Nations Snipers. But in the meantime, between time, we got a 1-goal game here. And it's the Brampton Express leading off the draw. Vanderzalm, he's going to get a step. Tried to flip over, and Beaver got a shot off, but a good save made, and it's going to be another penalty as Beaver's helmet off one more time. And another penalty drawn. So Lucas Beaver has been very effective in the opening quarter here, and for the first time in this game, the Ohsweken Bears will get a power play. Haven't scored a power play goal, so they don't have a power play percentage. But the penalty kill rate for the Express, 71%. So Danton Miller out there. And Chris Atwood will be on that right side. Keep an eye there. Kyle Pedwell also on the crease, give and go, as Miller was parked in the slot area. And moving it up is Dunkerley. Good fake there to get that ball up ahead over the timeline. And Gage Board will be working the 2-man game and trying to kill some clock. Board with Blake Halliday on him. And Board's going to leg it out, under 10 on the shot clock. Going to take a couple of hits, loses the ball, still on the boards. Still swimming his way around, gets his way out of it. Gage Board, cagey veteran right there. Does a good job to single-handedly kill that shot clock. And just a minute 10 to go in the man advantage now for the Bears. Atwood is in that right shooter spot. Miller in the left shooter. Pedwell down on that crease. Beaver also on the crease left side. Lucas Beaver kick out. Moving it around, and ill-advised, but Atwood bails it out. Beaver's going to size it up, missed the net wide. Express pick it up in Aki. Good lead pass, but just out of the reach, but no! So a good job, Estrad had it, but it just fell off the lip of that pocket and out. Miller, chance to capitalize. His bullet wide of the mark. Picked up, here come the Express in transition. Thinking better of it and pulling it out. Trying to kill the final 15 seconds, instead taken away. Good effort by Thomas McDonald. Came up short. Chance here now for Atwood and the Bears. Trying to go over top. Going to be awful tough to do that over Dunkerley. And now the Express back to full strength in transition out of the back door. Wrong stick side though was Ryan Campbell. Sutherland battling in that corner for it, comes away with it. Good flip out, underhand try, good save made there. So Chellin from point blank, stoned by Austin Patty, and back come the Bears. Atwood. He gets a screen. Atwood's going to let that go. Good save. Dunkerley came out, cut down the angle. And his outlet pass is a good one. And the Express now will tiptoe over that timeline. Jonah Beam. He'll flip and retreat. Trying to work behind that bench. 15 on the shot clock. The trailer unloading. Well wide of the mark by Jordan Medeiros. And play it where it lies, deep in the offensive end for the Ohsweken Bears. 1-goal game here. Beaver at the top. That left side's got Danton Miller. They'll get it back to Beaver. He'll work the interchange, dump it off. Good skip pass. Looking for an opening. Backhand flip up. Miller had it momentarily. Not quite sure who that flip was to. Beaver battling in there. Miller helping him out. And 5 on the shot clock. Express pick it up. They'll get it over the timeline with ease, and it's McDonald. McDonald, the defender on him. Dump it out back door. Quick off. Start things half boards on that right side. Getting a step. Sutherland hasn't been able to find the mark as that ball wide of the mark. And possession will go up the other way to the Bears. Kane Kettle doing his job. Offense back to work with Atwood. Atwood kick it over on that left side. Looking for an opening, and big overhand shot by James Whiteford. Good job to keep that in the offensive end. But the Express jump it up, trying to take advantage. 2-on-1. They've got the numbers. Fake far corner wide of the mark. So Jonah Beam not able to get that shot on net from point blank. Ball loose in the corner. Express battling for it. And instead, though, it'll be Patty that holds on to it. Had to bring that outlet pass back and make the right one. Quick in transition down low. Bad hop for the Bears. Good hop, though, for the Express. They're quickly out, and it's Mark Van Scheppen. 2-on-1. Van Scheppen looking over. Got blocked, though. Rebound again is Sutherland, and he's going to step on out to those half boards. So a full clock to work with, under 10 minutes to go here, quarter number 2. Ryan Campbell dumps it off. And again, this time Sutherland getting a little bit closer. That one rung off the iron. Ricocheted the entire length of the carpet. Now back to work with a full clock are the Express. Andrew Horsley out there as they'll work it back around to the right side. Chellin ran into some trouble, was looking for Sutherland, not able to get him. He'll kick it back out. That's going to be a tough save on the hop. Can't do it. And that's going to be possession to the Ohsweken Bears. Vanderzalm will leg it over the timeline. He'll kickstart the offense. They'll work it and start it on the right side. DeWitt Martin. Backhand pass, screen and roll. 1-2, big save. So how you like me now? That was a good job to stick that arm out by Dunkerley on a ball that was destined for that far corner. Back to work. Express, that's going to go up over and out of play. It's going to stay right here with Brampton. And they'll get a fresh clock to work with. Swinging around, Sutherland at the top. He'll wait for their fifth offensive player. Another delayed penalty call coming, this time to the Bears. And looks like it's going to be a holding call. And back to work on the power play. Go the Express, 1 for 2. The Bears penalty kill working at a 60% efficiency rate. They've already given up one. Looking to hold here. So Joffrey out there. Campbell at the top. Working with Sutherland on that right side, and ball loose. Alex Henry going to jump on that in transition. 2-on-1 for the Bears. Wrong stick side. Dumps it off. Good job wide of the mark. So Drayton Martin not able to find the mark on that golden opportunity, and Brampton now will set things up with a minute and a half to go in the power play. Once again, Campbell at the top. Sutherland will work on that right shooter spot. And over on that left side, Sam Jamitsky. Ball loose in the corner. Good battle there. Using his body was Hannah Brandt. But the Express still regained possession. Shot clock winding down. Going to have to let it go. And they do. They run out of time. Good defensive hold there by the Bears. They'll look to take advantage in transition. Going to the net, Vanderzalm. His shot stopped. Rebound almost scooped up in that crease area. But a good job by Dunkerley, and under a minute to go now in the Brampton power play. Campbell this time is going to slide over to that left shooter's spot. They'll do the interchange at the top. Sutherland, two-man game. Campbell runs interference, trying to slide that bounce in the top corner. Didn't touch anything. 5 in the shot clock. Going to have to hurry. Get it down. That one on target. Slides right into the pad of Patty. And that will take us right to our officials' timeout. 4-3 game. Got a good one going at the ILA. Back after the short break. Back here after our officials' timeout. Bears in some trouble trying to get it over that timeline. Gonna have to hurry, just 2 seconds, and nothing doing with the 8. Needed some more assistance, outnumbered 3-2 in that defensive end. And the Express do a good job. 15 seconds left in the man advantage. They'll see if they go forward here with Campbell at the top. Campbell gonna take that underhand. That goes wide of the mark, going to go over the timeline or close to it. And not sure why Ryan Campbell would have left that. Probably had time to pick it up, maybe throw it back in the corner. Either way, Chris Atwood at the other end will set things up on the half board's right side. That's his spot as he'll look for an opening. Beaver on the run. Going to try to slide, tricky. Flip to Danton Miller, underhand, stopped. And Dunkerley now looking for the outlet. Campbell playing both ends of the carpet here, on the move. Out the back door. Looking for Sutherland. Able to connect on the carom, dump it back off. Campbell now with a quick shot to reset the clock. Gets the offensive rebound, and they'll set it back up. On the reset, kick it back, swing it around to the right. Sutherland hasn't been able to find the mark, and he goes back to that sidearm. That's wide. Rebound. Campbell had it momentarily. No reset. 10 on the shot clock. Going to have to do something here. Sutherland going to have to try to penetrate. Bounce shot wide of the mark. Nothing doing. Bears pick up that carom, but it's picked off. So Sutherland makes good on that. Gets it over. And now Jonah Beam. Beam to a trailer. Not able to hold on to that. And it'll go back to the top. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Gage Board. Fishing around, looking for an opening. Coming around, and he'll pull it back out on the reset. Board. Going to get an opening here. Ducks in. Good stick check there. And that's going to be a crease call. And possession to the Bears. It was 4-3 heading into this quarter. We're under 5 minutes to go. Still 4-3. Chris Atwood looking for an opening. Gets a screen. Kicks it over on the swing to Beaver. That pass. Good job playing the carom. Going to look for the flip. Miller's going to let that sidearm go. Rebound. Atwood off the post. And that's going to be a reset. Full 30 here for the Bears. Probably their best offensive set here that they've run so far in this game. And looking for an opening. DeWitt Martin over to Danton Miller. Miller, the dump off. Beaver, the bailout. Looking for something. Lucas Beaver trying for that short side. Nothing doing. It's tapped around in the slot, but instead it's picked up Dunkerley. He's looking to zipped that up. Dunkerley and Atwood fishing around did a good job to not break that plane. 8 seconds. And it was all about that initial pressure at the crease from Atwood. Atwood with a chance here. On the run, good shot, better save. So Chris Atwood doing a good job working defensively and facilitating. But now it's Sutherland that's going to pull it out, and they're going to be a little more deliberate here on offense. The Bears have tightened up the D here. The Express have already had some tight D, and bouncing around off is Geoffroy. Looking for that backhand and slid in nicely. So Jordan Medeiros pulling that one out of his back pocket. Goes to the backhand. And it's a 5-3 lead for the Express. I think that backhand may have caught Austin Patty by surprise. You do the scouting report, and you probably didn't have Jordan Medeiros with the backhand in that report. You do now. Under 3.5 to go. 2-goal game. And off the draw, the Express come away with it, and they will hold possession. Sutherland trying to get a step, trying to bounce in. Good save, and not feeling that was Austin Patty, and we saw that yesterday, and a goaltender ended up getting hurt in the Toronto-Peterborough game on that very play with 2 players going in on the leg. So Sutherland's going to get a goaltender interference call. And not sure why there's another player in the penalty box for the Express. Now he's moved over. I think maybe just catching a breather over there with some space. And Ohsweken now back to the man advantage. 0 for 1. Beaver out there with Miller on that left side. Atwood, Pedwell on the right. Looking for an opening. And Atwood with a shot, stopped. And good forecheck and pressure. Beaver trying to pressure Aki. Not in time, right on the 22. So good job, and now they're going to try to capitalize. Atwood has some room. Chris Atwood shot, stop. Beaver almost scooped up the rebound. Slid in wide. Picked up by Dunkerley. Dunkerley, the outlet. Keep an eye on that back door as trotting over that timeline is Board. Express going to set that up. 5 on the shot clock, so they're just trying to work it under a minute to go, and no goal. Crease the call. And a delayed penalty as the Bears are going to get an interference call. And what was a power play is now not. So that gets nullified. Play 5-on-5 for just under a minute. And then to work on the power play will go the Express. So 4-on-4 for the time being. Express will start things off on that right side. Kick it back over. Look to work something in Jerminski. Campbell, 1-on-1, diving. Good save by Patty. Reset. Express get it. Coming out of there and trying to slip that through was Medeiros. Instead, an outlet to Vanderzome. Vanderzome trying to lean in, use his size. Right stick side. Vanderzome, big save made by Dunkerley. Back come the Express now. 22 seconds left in the initial minor. And in 15 seconds, the Express will go to work on the power play. Sizing things up. Geoffroy in some trouble defensively. 10 on the shot clock. Bears do a good job to collapse and force the turnover. And now the Bears are going to have to kill the final minute here of this penalty. We're almost into the final minute of quarter number 2. Miller. Kick it over. Martin looking to curl around. 5 on the shot clock. Going to try to get a shot right on net. And as you can see, shot clock winding down. Dunkerley, quick outlet. Here come the Express. Van Scheppen, he will put it on pause for the last 35 seconds here on the game clock. Campbell working it around on that left side. 10 on the shot clock. Campbell's going to fake, go in, move in, takes a hard hit, and that's going to be a high sticking call. And assuming, by the way, his helmet came off, it was a high stick. Looked like a pretty good cross check to me. But we'll have to take a look at that replay. Peanut Gallery says that check was high. So even though their credibility is in question, we'll go with them, roll with them this time with 19 seconds to go. Underhand wide of the mark. So 2-man advantage, just over, 1 out of the box. Game clock winding down. Big save by Patty to keep his team in it. That shot wide of the mark, and that will bring the first half to a close. 5-3 in favor of the Brampton Express. We'll be back. You are watching the Arena Lacrosse League Week 3. Back after this break. Welcome back to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena as we get set for quarter number 3, joined by my special guest today, the head coach of the defending champion Six Nations Snipers, Darcy Palace. And Darce, thanks first off taking the time to come on up and spend a few minutes with us up here, as we know you're getting prepared for your game against Paris coming up after this. But just want to pick your brain a little bit. As far as, you know, your coaching philosophy. You are involved in lacrosse for a number of years, coaching at different levels. What are some of the challenges that you see going and taking some of these guys, whether it be the younger guys in minor, the junior guys, or the semi-pros like you're dealing with here?
The biggest issue with them is just getting them all on the same page, making sure they're all buying into what we want to do. That's huge, no matter what level it is. If they can't believe in what you're doing, then it makes your job a lot harder.
So you guys you've got Paris a little later. We'll certainly talk about that. But last season, the first season, this of course your 4th season, I believe, in the league. League is in its 6th season, and big jump by you guys in getting over the hump and winning the All Cup last year, your first. What do you think was I won't say the main reason, but what are some of the things that came together that allowed you guys to put together such a solid run?
Just the patience of the players. Like, on paper, we had that same group of guys from when we took over the team. Like, the team that we had on the floor last year was the team that we had on paper right from when we first took over the Snipers. And it was just a matter of getting everybody out and, like I said, getting everybody on the same page and believing in what we were doing and what we were trying to accomplish. And once we were able to do that and change a little bit of the team culture, it was fun to be a part of and fun to watch the guys just enjoy playing lacrosse. And winning definitely helps it out when you're winning, but makes it a little more fun. But it's still just the overall attitude of the team was pretty positive, even the couple games we did lose.
Well, you guys were impressive last year, and of course we're expecting some big things here. As far as this game goes, 15 seconds left in the man advantage for the Express, leading this one 5-3. And you can see the power play unit set up. Good job, though, by the Bears to have gotten it to this point. But a defensive breakdown. And Sam Jerminski from point blank picks up his first of the game. Give the Express another power play marker. That's their second of this game. And more importantly, a 6-3 lead.
That was good ball movement there. They just able to find him a little slip pick inside and be able to finish it off.
Well, I know you're doing a little bit of scouting too, Darcy, as we're going on. We're only in week 3. I'm sure there'll be a couple teams keeping an eye on you guys to see what you guys are up to. Now, coming off that win, now you guys come in as defending champs. Target's always on your back. What are you talking to your guys about, and how are you prepping them for the games now that you guys are the defending champs?
They can prep for us as defending champs as they want, but we lost 15 guys to the PBLA League in the NLL, so we're pretty much a whole new team starting over. We only got a handful of guys who returned from last season, so it's going to be a learning curve, a learning process. Like the game we played up in Whitby couple weeks ago there, it was just a lot of rookie mistakes, a lot of rookie nerves, and hopefully the sooner we can get those shaken out, we're going to be okay, I think.
Well, that's one of the things why we say that our coaches here in the Arena Lacrosse League have to be geniuses. Every week it seems like there's a new challenge for you to face, whether it be roster or guys, situations, things like that. So that's always a challenge when you're not dealing with the same nucleus all the time. I think last year you were lucky. You had a really good nucleus. They were very consistent. You, like Peterborough and Paris and a couple of other teams in particular that have lost a lot of guys. And that's full change, and the Express stepping up from way out, and well, falling, Jordan Medeiros is having himself an outstanding game with his second goal. And a little bit of breathing room for the Express now, leading 7-3. Joined here, of course, by my special guest, head coach of the Six Nations Snipers. Doesn't have his partner in crime, Vince Longboat, around, but I'm sure we'll see him all decked out, looking all pretty as he rolls into the arena today.
I'm sure he'll be here soon. Got to make sure his hair's in place before he leaves the house.
What do you see, Darcy, and what kind of things are you looking for when you're watching the opposition?
Just offensively, we were looking just for the way they move the ball, who they're pushing the ball through, who they're keying the ball through, whether it's the setup man or the shooter. And defensively, we just look for little holes, little kinks, who's sleeping back there, who's not paying attention. So all that little stuff adds up in the end. And the biggest thing we stress with our guys also is just the loose balls. Loose balls are huge. Either you're getting a second and third opportunity on offense, or you're limiting them to one opportunity on offense. So that makes a big difference, just having that ball possession and ball control.
Good chance in transition for Aki, but a crease call, and the Bears now back to work on offense. Stanton Miller with a good skip pass across to Pedwell. Pedwell looking for an opening. That bounce shot worked in the first half. That one was a good save there by Dunkerley, and now it's Stanton Miller. Again, Pedwell quickly bounce shot. Good save there as Dunkerley was able just to get that shoulder out and stop the bounce from bouncing. And the Express now in the offensive end. They'll set things up. And a good stick check there by Alex Henry. He's going to try to scoop that up. And possession will go to the Bears now, as they need a little something here to put a halt to this run. 3 unanswered goals by the Express have extended their lead. And Ohsweken now looking for something, looking for a spark from someone. Kick out. On the run. Beaver's going to go sidearm wide of the mark. That's a reset. And Pedwell, kick out. Quick shot, blocked. Good defensive hold here by the Express. That's a crease call on Beaver. And now Brampton will try to leg it up over the timeline. And Darcy, so obviously one of your biggest challenges this year has been the roster. How do you feel about the chemistry of your team and what tools you have to work with coming in?
We got a lot of green guys, a lot of rookies, so it's just a matter of getting them onto this. Same thing as getting them on the same page, knowing what we expect and knowing what we want them to do when they're on the floor. We got Dusty back in net, so that's huge. He's got that solid anchor back there to hold us in for while we work out the kinks. Hopefully next week he's still here. With Georgia struggling, like maybe he's going to get an opportunity out with Georgia. So we're kind of got that in the back of our mind also. So we got to try and take advantage of having him here while we can. So, and then with the mostly offensive guys, like a lot of young guys, so a lot of just a matter of getting them to get familiar with each other. Some guys have played together. Some guys are new guys to Six Nations in the organization. So we got a little bit of work to do.
Now, do you find that the players that go up to the NLL and then come back down, do you see any difference in the attitude or anything along those lines? How do they feel? Do they just come back and buy right into the system and roll on from there?
Travi was a big example of that last year, being up and down with Georgia. He was our only guy that was even getting an opportunity last year. So with him coming back, he just went about his job. He didn't, no egos, no attitudes. He just wanted to play lacrosse, and he was teaching our young guys what they need to do to make that next step, and like throughout the whole team. So he definitely led the way, and most guys do come back to play. They come in with a good attitude because they still want to keep playing lacrosse, and they know that once they get that first look, that second and third look's going to be coming, so they got to do what they can down here to get that opportunity to go back up.
Nice, as you see the Express trying to work the man short with a minute 15 to go in the Bears power play. Good job of working that clock by Brampton. Coming down now offensively, Ohsweken probably had their best offensive set with the man advantage. Everyone touched it, worked the ball around very well. Got a good shot from Danton Miller, but weren't able to find the mark on Cameron Dunkerley. Atwood, Miller goes to the underhand. That's wide of the mark, playing to Karam. Good job to knock that down and out of the reach of a defender by James Whitfield, and that looks like that's going to take us to our officials' timeout. We're going to stay right here with head coach Darcy Palace of the Six Nations Snipers. And I know, Darcy, when you talk about a development league, because that's what we are, we always encourage and want our guys to get better and then take that step to the next level. Doesn't always make it easier for you as a coach when players go up and down and that sort of thing. But, I mean, I think coming in, you've sort of relegated yourself to that. That's sort of just part of what you're doing.
Yeah, especially with this league, right? Like every team, there's been no repeat champion, because every team that wins gets their team picked apart by the NLL or wherever they go next year, right? So that's the struggle of repeating, because nobody has the same team coming back after they have that success. So, and that's a great testament to the league, is to show that parity throughout the league, that their team's on top. This year they got kind of picked apart a little bit by the NLL. Guys got the opportunity, so now it's the next team that's got the most group of guys that came back. Really, that's kind of what it boils down to, is who has the most returning players and know what to expect out of this league.
So let's just, and not going into too depth about anything, because we certainly don't want to tiptoe around anything political, but what would you like to see? Because right now, are there guys going up and down you feel they're being selected and not in the right way, or do you think that there's some sort of process in place to, for guys to go up and down and have a little bit of security doing it?
Yeah, with that, I know a lot of the player call-ups are, it's with any coach, really, with any organization. They want to bring in guys who they're familiar with. So a lot of times, like the Six Nations guys, a lot of them are in Halifax, a lot of them are in Georgia, and a lot of the Toronto guys are down in Rochester. It's just whoever's coaching kind of brings in their guys that they know, guys are familiar with. So whether they're calling up from our team or somebody else's team, they're going to be looking at kind of their own guys first. And it's hard to make that crack into somebody else's lineup, to have them give you a look to see what they can do or how you can help their team out when they're used to playing against you or not really know who you are.
Do you find that the player selection sometime is geographically based on where a guy's located? Is he close or far, or does that not matter?
Up there, it don't matter. They look for the more skilled guys, right? They want the best guys that they can have on the floor. So, but like I said, they always kind of look to their hometowns a little bit first, and if it were to open up a little bit more, I think it would be an even better league. So I know they're really pushing the American guys just for their speed and athleticism, right? And I had spoken to one of the former NIL GMs in the past, and he told me that coming out of junior is a tough draft unless you're a superstar like a T or a Dahoga or a Audi. But most of the time they're looking at guys who have gone through college, who have lived on their own, got that little bit more maturity coming in. So they're more men than young men.
Well, that brings me to a question where we were having a discussion about some of the older guys in our league and about the need for veteran leadership and how, as a coach, how much do you rely on your veterans to sort of steer the younger guys in the right direction?
Last year was huge. We had Rod Squire, he come in. He had played with the Snipers in the past. He had taken a couple of years off, and having him in there, he just took over the dressing room, took over the floor. He said he talked with us as the coaches to see what we wanted, and we just said, as long as guys are listening and ready to go come game time, he said. So he took over their dressing room, had guys ready, held the guys accountable too. So that's huge to have that leadership from your veteran guys.
Do you find that the guys become a little more connected that way, because it's more like they're hearing it from their peer as opposed to a great job on the rebound there by Jaminski as he stepped up one more time with his second of the game. And quietly you can see, and I'll certainly go back to that question, Darcy, but you see here, so this Brampton team, their first real test against a team that I won't say hasn't been decimated, but has certainly got a good core. of experienced guys, and the Express seem to look pretty good for an expansion squad.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Dowling picked well. He picked up a good squad of guys. Like, he took 3 of our main guys, and we traded back for them before they took off to the PBLA on us. So, but no, he drafted well, and he picked guys, and then he made a lot of good trades to get other guys, because teams wanted their players back, so they were willing to make some trades to him for extra draft picks or a few extra bodies. So he's done a smart job on how he's built the team so far.
So would you say that with the NLL, that situation's always there, but with the PBLA, do you think that has certainly added to your challenges, let's say, for this season?
Yeah, for sure. Like, we had a few guys who said they're going to try and play both, or they were going to try and they said they weren't going to go and then they were going to come here, and then they end up changing their mind last minute. So just little things like that. And like I said in the newspaper interview, like, I understand it. They're getting paid to play. So, and at the end of the day, that's not what it's all about, but it definitely makes things a lot easier. So hopefully we can
So we've got a delayed penalty on the play, going to be a hold. And I think anyone that's been in this game knows, Darcy, you can get in lacrosse for the money. Okay.
No.
Good luck if you do, but I know a lot of guys in the sport, and they're certainly not doing it for the hefty paycheck, as the Bears will get saddled with another penalty, giving the Express another power play opportunity. Their 5th of the game, 2 for 4 up to this point, as we're under the 4.5-minute mark. Lance Wynn alongside Darcy Palace. Glad that you've tuned in here, as we are in the midst of our first of 2, and trying to fake up, duck, and slide. That was Ryan Campbell. Took a good hard cross check, and now it's going to be Alex Henry going to bring it up. Look in that back door and find Pedwell. He'll flip to Miller. Danton Miller with a man on him. Going to need some help. Miller, big, strong guy, going to try to turn that corner. Zips it over. Looking for Vanderzalm. Vanderzalm going to chop his way in. Scooped up Pedwell. And they'll slide it over. Running out of time. Good save there by Dunkerley. And Aki on that. And he'll move it up. Jonah Beam will flip and retreat with just over a minute to go in the power play. Yeah. Darcy, we've seen so far in the first 2 weeks, and as we've continued with week 3, how instrumental the power plays have been, and the efficiency rate has gone right up. But how much emphasis do you put on your power play with your squad?
That's what we've been working on. That's what we talked about after our game, our first game of the season there. I think we were 1 for 13 on the power play, and we gave up 3 short-handed goals. So that just kind of kicked ourselves in the butt there, really giving up almost guaranteed opportunities. So.
Well, speaking of opportunities, Michael Chellin from point blank picks up the 3rd power play marker of the game for the Express. And you know, when you can get a pass inside that dotted half circle with time to turn and shoot, chances are with the caliber, that's going to find the back of the net.
Yeah, it's tough for your goalie to make that save. It's pretty much a 50-50 opportunity once you get in there. So
even if you got a dusty hill in between those pipes, it's 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of what happened out there. We left him hanging a couple times, left a few guys open on top of the crease, and they were able to score on him. So,
well, that's going to be part of your learning curve too, I imagine, with some of the younger players. Got to learn some of the nuances of the game, and because I know that this lacrosse is lacrosse, but just a little tweaks in the rules and so on that differentiate the different leagues is something these guys have got to get used to.
Yeah, player speed, skill level. Like when we first, couple years ago, we had some of the guys from the Rebels come up and start playing with us, and they were used to having those extra 1 or 2 seconds inside, and they were still trying to fake and getting knocked on their butt. So they adjusted pretty quickly once they took those couple hits.
It really is the time that you don't have when you go up a level, right? That you have to make the adjustment to. And Atwood now going to set things up. Ohsweken here needs a little something, trailing 9-3. And they need to generate some offense here, but more importantly, they need some stops. So stay out of the penalty box, which I'm sure you make it a habit of telling your guys too, preaching the discipline.
Oh yeah, like especially like It's not funny, but we get some of the non-native guys who've never played for a Six Nations team before, and they're questioning some of the calls we're not getting, and we tell them I'm not being rude or mean or nothing, but we tell them you don't have on that Hamilton jersey no more. You don't have on that Orangeville jersey. You're not going to get those calls here.
Well, they're going to get one 5-hole, and it's Kane Kettle who comes in the pocket, his first of the game, second of the season. And a big one to put a halt to that Brampton run and close the gap here.
But the biggest thing I tell him is don't put yourself in that position to have that ref make that call, or where he has to make that decision whether to call it or not. So we just got to be a little bit smarter with our sticks, with our checks, a little tougher, a little tighter on the boards. It's same thing you tell the little guys, right? You be the first guy to the ball, so you're the one that's getting that call or getting that little push. So it just makes things a little bit easier.
We could do a whole show just on some of the ethics and non-ethics that have gone on in the sport. Picking that up, good save by Austin Patty. Rebound, fighting for it, picked up, and the Bears now come away with it. Henry will flip it on over. Beaver will play that carom, and that's an over and back call. Most certainly is. Only off the draw do you have that flexibility, not here, and Beaver complete his case, but I think politically speaking that the overall culture in the sport is well overdue for a change. And I think it's time that everyone jump into year 2023 and instead of having things reverting back, have them move forward. And I'm sure that over the course of some time, there are a few people that are working towards that, you included. So I'd like to say that won't always be the case, but it sure has been a long time. And a delayed penalty call coming here. With 36 seconds left on the clock. Dan Miller, of course, a veteran in this league, and he's one of those leaders out on that Ohsweken team that brings his value to the squad.
Yeah, he was with us last year, and we just had, like I said, we had a deep roster last year, and he had sat out the first couple of games there, and he said, I just want to play. So we worked out a deal with Mouser and sent him over there and got him back on the floor, and he played well for them. I think he was their leading scorer last year, so he can play, he can put the ball in the net. Like I said, we would like to have kept him around a little bit longer, but like I said, we don't want to hold guys back either. We want guys playing, whether it's for us or for somebody else. That's the point of the league, is to get guys playing and get noticed. So
absolutely. 2-on-1 transition here for the Express. Estrad dumps it over. Short-handed marker. So the Express capitalize, Gage Board coming through. And you want to talk about a veteran. There's a veteran right there.
Here they are.
So pretty boy Vince Longboat finally rolled in on time, running a bit behind schedule. Got all his gear on, no I see.
Yeah,
so good to see him.
Our offensive
of course,
fella,
the rest
Nick
of
Sky.
your coaching contingency with Nick Sky also in the house. 13.5 seconds to go here. Minute 37.
They're probably going to take our headsets and do the fourth.
Gage Board with his first of the game, fourth of the season, and off the draw, Lucas Beaver going to have to hurry, going to get one last shot up on the run. Almost snuck that through, but instead we've got 3/4 in the books. It's the Brampton Express leading the Ohsweken Bears. 10-4 back with quarter number 4. After the short break, just want to thank our guests, Darcy Palace, and wish you good luck today and the rest of the season.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks
for
coming
having me.
on up.
Come back anytime.
We'll be back after the short break. Welcome back to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena as we get set for fourth quarter action. Thank my guest, head coach of defending champion Six Nations Snipers, Darcy Paulus, for joining me. Stick around for the second half of our doubleheader. It'll be Paris against Six Nations, and we'll be joined by Joe Hiltz. How about that hand and finish? That was a beauty. Alex Henry pulling that one out of his back pocket. Quick transition goal, and the Bears have cut the deficit in half, trailing now 10-5. Good see here, this is just a highlight. Great pass ahead. And good hands by Henry, and he just goes to the backhand shovel for the finish. And I'm sure that Dunkerley would like that one back. And either way, Express now off the draw will get possession. And they'll look to counter and answer here. Stick around. Our next game, I'll be joined by Peterborough legend Joe Hiltz, as he will be joining me in the booth for Paris Six Nations. Underhand from point blank, picked up, going to be a delayed penalty call, and you got to figure just when the Bears trying to mount a run, they get saddled with a penalty, and never a good time for one of those, as the Express have already accounted for 3 of their goals come via the power play. That's 3 in 5 opportunities. So efficiency rate gone right up. Penalty kill for the Bears come in at 60%. That's going way down. And now the Express power play will go to work with Jaminski at the top. They'll work that around. Campbell is down on that left crease spot. Sutherland in his familiar spot on the right shooter. Inching their way in, looking for that, and that will get off the post. Rebound picked up. Sutherland does a good job to track down that Karam, and now he's going to try to step in. Scooping up interchange. Underhand block. Good defense there. Picked up. Campbell slides it over, but not expecting the pass was Chullen. 10 on the shot clock. Too much on that screen and roll. And the Bears now will look to answer. That pass zipped up out of the back door, looking for the finish, and they get it. So one shorty deserves another, as the Bears answer with a shorthanded marker of their own, and it's James Whiteford. Shorthanded goal, picks up his first of the game, second of the season. And a good job here by the veteran Alex Henry to get that ball up quick. And a outstanding pass came from Snow, right on the money, and a beauty finish by Whiteford. Still a minute 19 to go in the penalty. So the Express, who picked up a shorthanded marker last time they were a man down. The Bears answer, and again an interception. Almost had that clean, and Lucas Beaver was gone. And now returning the favor, Campbell steals it. Campbell just wide of the mark. And a late hit as Ryan Campbell step in front and center. And a good veteran move there as he read that play, knocked it down, and drew the penalty. So heading to the box is Patrick Demixis, as he is the guilty party, and going to be a 5-on-3 now for 52 seconds, and whole lot of whining for nothing there, as they'll work the power play around Gage board now. That quick pass across, wide open, and parked on that crease was Geoffroy. There's Geoffroy now, quick shot, good save made by Patty. Rebound to the Express. Fresh clock, 27 seconds left in the first penalty. Zip over, skip pass, shooter, down low, nothing doing, can't connect, rebound, picked up, back to the top. Sutherland swings it around, looking for an opening, trying to go 5-hole, closed off by Patty Cake, and here come the Bears. Gonna move it up over the timeline. Gotta hurry. Just get it over. So good awareness by Brant. And he's gonna work the half boards, try to kill some clock. First penalty's done. Just a man short now. Express take it away. Atwood got some help on the defensive end as Gage Board will pull up with under a minute to go in the second power play here. Sutherland half boards on that right side. Work it back, and back up top is Campbell. That sidearm wide of the mark. No reset, nothing doing. Good job to pick that up. Still on that left side, has an opening. Instead, swung it around. And Jerminski probably should have kept that. He had a better angle. Probably should have taken that shot. Instead, 30 seconds left in the man short situation, and it's Atwood. Atwood, the man on. He's just going to lean in again, work some clock. Estrad's going to mark him. Atwood looking to get a step, goes to the flip, sends it over. Putting on the wheels is Jake Bombury. He'll hold it. Fresh clock. Not sure why the reset. Trying to kill that final 10 seconds. Good read by Atwood off that carom. And team penalty over. Team's back to full strength. As give the Bears some credit. They kill that. Shot from wide out. Plenty of time, though, on the shot clock with 10 seconds. Instead, easy save for Dunkerley. And now the Express will bring it up to the offensive end. Wait for everyone to get out there offensively and set it up with Campbell on the left side, half boards. And telegraphed that pass, and it got tipped, but we'll stay right here with the Express as we inch just under the 11-minute mark. Dump down low, tic-tac, nothing to do it on the finish. Almost a crease call. That crease jump attempt. Nothing happened there. Campbell picks it up. And they're still working with that clock. Plenty of time. Working around right side. Looking down low to Campbell. And a late hit there will keep the possession right here with the Express. And those are the kind of things that the Bears need to work on. As just those little bit of possession plays. Of course, possession the most important thing in this sport. And good job keeping that stick up in the passing lane, knocking down that casual pass from Campbell. And now here come the Bears out of the back door. Wrong stick side, Pedwell, he'll swing it back to Miller. Miller will hold it, let his guys get in position. Beaver also out there left side. Atwood hauls down that high pass, working one-on-one right shooter. He's going to take that, try to use it as a screen, pops up, rebound, stays in the crease. Express now will look to move it up in a hurry. Horsley, going to let him take that shot. Good job by Patty. Close the angle. Better job working to get the loose balls by the Express as they are winning those battles. And now they'll swing it around to the right side. Stepping into one, and man, I tell you, Jordan Medeiros on fire today as he stepped into that overhand and found the back of the net for the third time in this game. More importantly, he adds another, and the Express lead 11-6. Very hard to replace a good old-fashioned overhand. I'm sure Blair Campbell would have said that was way above the dots, should have been stopped. Not so much, off the draw. Brampton will get a hold of it. Good job to dish it off just in time by Board. And he'll get it back and set up the offense. Looking down low, but not able to catch that cleanly. And now Patty's going to send away the Bears, and they'll trot over the timeline, get to work on offense. DeWitt Martin. Swinging around. Left side, looking for the cutter, had Pedwell. Not able to connect. And the Express now. They'll get their chance, and it's Gage Board. 8.5 minutes to go. Express in control here, leading this one by 5. Give and go, and off the post. Rebound picked up by the Bears and moved up. A chance here for Kettle. Kettle stopped. So Kane Kettle in all alone, but Dunkerley closed the door, and the Express now back the other way. Had numbers. Good transition D by the Bears to put a halt to that. Express will have to set things up now. Sutherland at the top. He'll slide it over to Campbell. Campbell looking for an opening. Gets a screen. Kicks it back. Sutherland's got some room. He lets that overhand go wide of the mark, and he hasn't been able to find the mark here in this ball game. And of course, Sutherland comes in with 3 goals, 9 assists. He's added to his assist total. Hasn't pocketed a marker yet in this game. Bears to work here. 15 on the shot clock. Kick it back over. Martin gets a screen. Had Atwood on the roll. Couldn't do it. Beaver took his eye off it. Got it back. 5 on the shot clock. Lucas Beaver had that shot right on target. Danton Miller battling for the rebound. Picks it up. Miller tried to slide it through. Couldn't get it by Aki. And now here come the Express trying to get it in the offensive end, and they do. Van Scheppen, he'll flip retreat. Offense now for the Express. We're under 7 minutes to go. Swing around right side. Looking for an opening was Chullen. Instead ducks through a couple. Goes to the shovel. Oh my. And usually when we're talking shoveling, we're talking about Blair Campbell. This time, not the case. Beauty finish. And nothing wrong with a little creativity. 12-6 in favor of the Express. And I think that may take us right to, not to our officials' timeout. Looks like a goaltending stick change. And looks like the goaltenders are going to be allowed to get a quick breather, at least Dunkerley. And no breather. I guess there's a first half stick and a second half stick. Not quite sure what is working there. So Michael Chullen picks up his second goal of the game. And it was a highlight in itself. Bears going to try to right the ship here. At least at the very least get some positives to work with. When I spoke with head coach Ron Henry prior to the game, he spoke about the team's changes and some of the challenges they face. And you can see it here. We're headed to our officials' timeout. We'll take a quick break. 12-6 to score. Back the ILA after this. Back here after our final officials timeout. Stick around, second half of our doubleheader. Paris River Wolves against the Six Nations Snipers, as we'll put a wrap on week 3 of the Arena Lacrosse League. And the Bears now back to work with a man advantage. 0 for 4 in the power play. And that's part of the growing pains. Pedwell goes to the shot. So how about Kyle Pedwell picking up his 4th goal of the game? Comes via the power play, and it's 12-7. Never expect the Bears to go quietly. They'll always battle to the end. So you see Pedwell come in and uses the defenders as a screen. And a good job to fool Dunkerley. Off the draw, Henry had it momentarily. He's battling for it. Picked up, though, by the Express. And they got a handle on it. Good flip back. Jonah Beam now has some room. Beam goes to the bounce. 5-hole closed up by Patty. He'll look to send away the offense. Goes down the length of the carpet, but doing a good job to track that down was Kettle. Good speed, and he'll get it out, get the possession to the Bears. Atwood. Remember, the Express already have 3 wins under their belt. Just 1 game so far for the Bears. Backhand wide of the mark. Beaver on target, stopped by Dunkerley. And he'll good outlet to Gage Board. Board has numbers on that right side, dumps it to the left, and pulling it out is Joffroy. Joffroy surveying. He'll take some time. 10 on the shot clock. Waits for a screen or 2. Tried to go over the defenders. Rebound. Campbell had it momentarily. Lost it. And now in transition, a chance for the Bears. 1-on-1. Snow. He'll pull it back out. Give way, and it's Atwood. Chris Atwood. Dance around a screen. Get it to Danton Miller. Good feed by Miller as he dumps it down to Whiteford. Whiteford pockets his 2nd of the game. So one of the best offensive sets we've seen here in this game by the Bears. Good job by the veteran Danton Miller to see the opening, but more so on the roll to fake the shot, dump it down low, and easy marker there for Whiteford as he had Dunkerley already halfway down and sprawling. 4.5 to go, 4th quarter. Possession, Martin. And he'll slide it over to Henry. They'll get the right personnel on that floor, and here comes Atwood, 12-8 to score. Bears trailing by 4, and Beaver went through the crease, so that will force the turnover. Possession to Brampton. McDonald, he'll give it up, and they'll work it on that right side. Sutherland. Sutherland skip pass to Board. 10 on the shot clock. Swing around. Sutherland looking for an opening, gets a late screen, and that bullet stopped by Patty. Rebound picked up, and on the move, here comes Kettle. Good head of steam. Wrong stick side to Martin. Martin will flip, get where he should be, and they'll set up the offense, swing it around to Atwood on the right side. Atwood looking for a screen, looking for an angle, kicks it back over to the left. Dump. Point blank, wide rebound, and wide was Atwood. And you won't see him miss too many of those golden opportunities. Now it's Gage Board. So a delayed call coming with too many on the floor. Atwood stayed in the offensive end. So the Express are going to get another power play opportunity if they don't manage to pocket one here. Board swinging around, shot clock's going to wind down and going to keep playing as it's a reset, but no possession change. So the Bears have to keep it out there. Extra attacker on for the Express. Try to capitalize here on the delayed penalty. Swinging around right side. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Board. Looking for an opening. Sutherland, skip pass. Tough angle, another skip that's picked off. Too much skipping going on. So with 2:24 to go, back to the power play go the Express. 3 for 5 with the man advantage. And another chance here to maybe finish this one off, as Board will spearhead this out there with Campbell on that left side, Sutherland on the right side, both in the shooter spots. Campbell will park it in the middle. They look to go across on the skip. Unsuccessful, as Austin Patty was right where he should be. And Ohsweken now is going to have to try to create something down a runner. Van der Zalm tried to turn that corner, did a good job to elude the crease, but a good stick check from Dunkerley forced the turnover. And a minute and a half now in the penalty, set things up by the Express. Board in control here, time on the side of Brampton, looking to go to 4-0. Sorry, 3-0. There is no 4-0 team. So they would be a perfect 3-0 and tie Oshawa atop the standings as the only two unbeaten teams in the league through week 3. Board. Under a minute to go in the power play, and you can see in no real rush here, playing the clock. Wise decision by the Express. Head coach Jeff Dowling has this team working quite well. That sidearm, and just how you diagram that with your veteran Gage Board picking up his second of the game, 5th of the season, 4th power play goal for Brampton in this game. More importantly, pushes the deficit back to 5. Sorry, the lead back to 5, and with just over a minute to go, you got to like the chances of the Brampton Express. Ball loose, and doing a good job getting out of trouble, hanging on to it. Wrong stick side, though, was Kalen Martin. And now the Bears will bring it back under a minute to go. So clearly, Ron Mouser, Henry and company, Clancy Almus will have to rejig and get a few more practices under their belt. And I'm sure as the weeks go on, this Ohsweken team will just get better and better. Some standout performances. Kyle Pedwell has been outstanding for the Bears. Jordan Medeiros and Gage Board have been a mainstay, as has Ryan Campbell. And expect Brampton now just to run out the clock, and that's the best way to do it here. And they will. So the Ohsweken Bears will continue their search for their first win of the season. They fall to 0-2. The Express move up, tie top spot in the standings with a 3-0 record. That will do it for us here. Stick around, though. Second half of our doubleheader to come. The River Wolves, Snipers, right back here, the ILA. Join us.